Welcome to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. This episode we're going to be focusing on digging out and expanding our base, as well as encapsulating it with some insulated tiles. And hopefully also digging out this little patch down here that I've upped the priority to, so hopefully they get to it. But I seem to be a little distracted with the wall I asked them to build. Also, we have started a bit of research. We're going to first start with the water sieve. And then when that's done, we're going to go and take a look at the liquid reservoir. And once those two are done, we can actually start building proper bathrooms and a kind of waste storing system. Alright, so we have a duplicant we can kind of choose here, or at least that or some shine nymph eggs. So we got Lindsay here, suit wearing, tidying, doctoring, dressed to impress, but she is anemic. Anemic is pretty much always a no-go. Ellie with building, supplying, operating, green thumb, iron gut, unpracticed artists, ranching, rocketry, digging. Joshua, I like the green thumb. I would prefer that she was farming and had green thumb though, and the shine nymph eggs aren't really exactly. Actually, we could turn them into omelets, which is not a terrible idea. We can throw a good old egg cracker in the kitchen. Should actually up this priority just a little bit so we don't have food sitting out like this is. So I'm kind of getting the beginnings of bedrooms set up here, and what I like to do with bedrooms is have their own dedicated bathroom and their own kind of bed as well. Right, 1, 2. Usually, I believe the plastic bed, this should be 5 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That was awful. There we go. And we're gonna set the sink to the right. Now I don't have the plumbing or anything like this set up. This is just kind of the beginning of how I like to do bedrooms, and what we're probably gonna end up doing is having bedrooms like this going along the left side of our base, and then cutting all this kind of front part here and moving our main ladder around here. That allows us to extend the right side of our base as well, and we'll just kind of rely on having a vertical styled base. So now that we've finished up the research for our bathroom, I'm thinking the next thing we're going to want to focus on oxygen air systems is not that important just yet, because we don't have that many duplicants, so having a big dedicated oxygen system is not as required. So maybe I'm thinking right here, our portable gases. This will allow us to get the oxygen mask dock and also checkpoint and oxygen masks, which will be kind of the beginnings of a controlled way to leave and exit, leave and enter the base, right? You can eventually upgrade this into Atmos suits, so duplicants are never out of the base, directly exposed to the elements. So as I'm expanding upwards, I have found a cool salt slush geyser up here in the ice biome. Now the cool salt slush geyser, of course, is going to be producing some brine for us. Is it brine or? Yeah, okay, freezing brine at 10 degrees Celsius. Now we can take that freezing brine and put it through a desalinator and output it as clean water. And that'll be super useful in both, well, it may actually be a little too cold for crops, but it'd be very useful in our soon-to-be oxygen system. So we got a new set of duplicants, and we have Otto here, who loves to cook, and his interests are also cooking. Passive is not a big deal, radiation eater. Hopefully he's not going to be exposed to too much radiation, so that won't be an issue. But we're going to take him in, and he's going to be our new kind of chef here. Meep is going to focus on different work. To do that, however, let's real quickly tell Auto to focus on cooking and farming. And then we are going to build what is called a skill scrubber. Now, the way a skill scrubber works is, well, actually, for those of you who don't know, it'll be more fun to find out. But what it's going to allow us to do is to wipe all of these skills that we've given a certain duplicant, so then they can start focusing on a different skill instead. Now we're going to wait for them just to build that real quick. While this is happening, I have added in a couple more rooms, and we're currently mopping up the mess. We're going to have to get some definite insulated tiles up here at the top before our base starts to get really, really cold. And also this floor right here, which has all of our machinery, and our compost bin is starting to heat things up a little bit as well. So that's something we got to keep an eye on. Alright, so now we can throw Meep in here. And I'm just going to let this play at normal speed as he hops on in there. Yeah, so what it does is it shakes the heck out of them. It shakes them very, very hard until they forget everything about themselves. Now, is it ethical and is it right? That's debatable. Is it effective? Now that's a guarantee. So we're gonna let Meep here go ahead and forget everything he's ever known and loved. And while that's happening, we're going to finish up these rooms. Now that we have another duplicant, we're going to have to build one more floor for the 5th bedroom. And then we can go ahead and move everyone in. Alrighty, so now Meep here has been wiped into a clean slate, so you can take a look at his interests. So Meep, he has 3 piloting, 1 machinery, 2 athletics, good cuisine, good medicine, good agriculture. He has decent cuisine and agriculture just because that's what he's been doing for a while. But he absolutely loves doctoring and rocket piloting. Now, because of that, for right now, I'm thinking he's going to be our dedicated kind of supplier. You know, he's going to clean stuff up off the ground, take material where it needs to be. And in the future, he's going to be our dedicated pilot. So for right now, we'll put 1 skill into improved carrying. And we'll give him a skill in rocket piloting, just so he's happy. And we'll give him the helmet and everything for it, too. So, yeah, he should go around and help supply things and help hopefully get some of the stuff off the ground. So, while that's being built, I was thinking about adding a new schedule. This is only just because when you have all your duplicants working on just one schedule, you know, you have about, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of the day where no one's doing anything, right? So it's good to kind of, what's the word? Offset them, right? And have about half your duplicants on one schedule and half on the other. When you start having a bunch of duplicants, then you're gonna have a bunch of schedules, so you can split them up. So we're gonna keep Stinky. We're gonna put Bubbles on this one, and we're gonna put Rin on this one, and we'll keep Meep on this one as well. And Stinky and Otto can stay up on that one as well. So now we can also take a look at what we have right here. We have Husbandry and Strength, but decreased Science, Slow and Learner really stinks. Rocketry, Suit Wearing, Green Thumb, that's pretty much just Meep right now. Suit Wearing, Building, Tidying, Bull Hands, Iron Gut, nah, not really interested in any of these. So, I've taken out our old farm and have started, or at least have gotten all 5 personal bedrooms built. And we have enough room for about 2 more personal bedrooms. And however we manage to kind of fit the base in the future, we can probably fit some more bedrooms as well. However, what I was wanting to say was we kind of have an idea of where we want our base to be and how we want our base to be set up. However, if we want to use things such as the laboratory, we actually need to set up somewhere for all of their polluted water that comes out of the bathrooms to be processed, right? And that's why you build a little kind of The best way to describe it is what I like to call like a sanitation room. So what you're going to need is one liquid reservoir, an automatic dispenser, a water sieve, and you're going to want the output to be near the input of the water sieve, or the liquid reservoir. And then probably going to want a sink. If I can figure out, if I can remember the sink is. Yep, medicine. You can put that bad boy. Put it there. And then you're gonna put a deodorizer. I like to put in two. One there and one near the exit. And then put in your doors. We'll let them build that while we look at our new things. Doctoring, cooking, farming, suit wearing, digging. No really amazing skills, so we're gonna go with the food. And we're gonna cook those up into some gristleberry. Alright, so this automatic sweeper you want to treat just like your other one. You do sweep only, except for you want it to be organic, and you want to do yourself some polluted dirt, right? So where all the polluted dirt from things like your old bathrooms and eventually your water sieves, they can be swept up and brought into this room where, you know, hopefully they can just kind of sit there and vibe and get the polluted oxygen they output will get swept up by these deodorizers. Right, so you can lock that, open up that door. And the way you want to set up your plumbing down here is basically all your polluted water is going to come into here. Right, all the polluted water that comes from your bathrooms, your sinks, they're all going to come together and go into this water sieve, right? Then you want the output to come straight down. Take yourself a liquid bridge. You're going to put that about here. And then you're going to want this to go up. Yeah, up into there. And then this can come up to go back into your base. Or at least go back into your bathrooms and sinks, right? The white inputs. The way plumbing works, obviously, white is your input, green is your output. So polluted water is going to come into your water sieve. It's going to clean it up and make it into clean water. Clean water is going to go into this bridge and jump across and go into your kind of overflow liquid reservoir. Because anytime a duplicant uses a bathroom, what happens is they actually produce more polluted water than clean water that was put in, right? And because of that, you're going to slowly but surely build up sieved out water. Now, this water is still going to have a bunch of food poisoning germs. However, the way the sinks work is as long as it's not polluted water, it just says water. Even if it has germs, they can still clean their hands with them. I don't know why the game does that. It's just the way the game works. Because of that, you can pretty much just constantly cycle the water, and all you have to do is just sieve it and you're good. So this is pretty much what you want this setup down here to look like, and then you're going to want to bring the water back up and into their rooms, like so. Now, if you just have one big bathroom and one big barracks, it's the same idea. You're just going to be putting in, you know, your water a little bit differently is all. And another thing is when you're putting water in and taking water out, I suggest you go up above the outputs and inputs. Don't just go straight through them with your pipes, because that can cause like backage, and it can be a little weird sometimes with the way the pipes work. Just gonna bring that down, and just like that. And there you go. That's all the piping you need set up for your bathrooms. So I'm gonna let them get to building on this. And we still have all of this to dig out. So as we're building, I noticed we had another duplicant that we could choose from, and I saw these Joya seeds. Unless if you have a really good duplicant to pick, always pick Joya seeds. What's great about Joya seeds is they let you get a little plant, which I'm actually going to uproot our little briar bush here. Joya seeds are like little cacti, and they grow from, I think it's like 0 degrees to 30 degrees Celsius. And they're not, 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, which means early game, they're one of the best kind of plants to put in pots for decorations, only just because you really don't have to do a lot to keep them alive. So in our printing mod here, we got ourselves Hassan, who's got +9 in our agriculture, farming. He's uncultured, so he will get less minuses on bad decor. And unempathetic, not a big deal. We don't really need anyone to be a doctor, so we're gonna let Hassan into here. And he's gonna do priorities. He's gonna go over here and he's gonna focus on farming. So Meep does not need to focus on farming that much anymore. So we can come in and have Hassan improved farming. And when we're done, when we build a pump down here to get our bathroom set up, we can take out the old bathroom and put Hassan's bedroom where the old bathroom used to be. Alrighty, so we've gotten ourselves a little pump set up down here, pumping out some clean water, and then it's going and starting to fill up our system and filling up all of our bathrooms. We're going to let it just do a little bit over. Alright, 200, that should be good enough. We can cut it off and deconstruct our pump. So we've now primed the system, and that means people should be able to start using the bathroom. So let's say this is Meep, so this can be Meep's bathroom. This is Bubbles, so this can be Bubbles' bathroom. Rin, this is going to be Rin's bathroom. And Stinky, but we're going to keep this one public because Hassan needs somewhere to go to the restroom when we break these apart. With that, we can actually also... Well, first of all, we're actually going to have to redo the piping there. Just for a second. So now you see all the polluted waters are going to come down and out. It's going to come down here, into our water sieve, and output as clean water. So, now that we have pretty much all this set up, we can destroy these these 3 old public outhouses. And we'll let them finish up those pipes. And we can deconstruct the old pipes. Alrighty. So now we can come in and build ourselves a lavatory and a sink and hook up our plumbing just like how we did in the other base, or in the other parts of the base. And finish up another bedroom. Whoops. One here, one here, one here, one here. Just like that. And throw in another bed. Lock, open, and we can now sweep up everything that once was in this room. Oh, except for these polluted water, because currently I have the clean polluted water. I currently have the clean polluted water being dumped down here, which isn't that big of a deal, but the moment you start dumping this polluted water, the stuff that has the food poisoning germs, it will become a big deal, because well, duplicants will, the food poisoning germs will start infecting your water supply. And food poisoning germs can multiply in clean water, and it just does not end well. So we're going to let them take care of that. It should hopefully, you shouldn't have any food poisoning germs in here. Oh, we got one food poisoning germ in the muck group. That's a shame. Oh, that's okay though. Alrighty, well, we've gotten our goals done. We did some base expansion. We've managed to cap it all off with insulated tiles, keeping in our heat and our coolness. We made individual bedrooms for all of our duplicants and bathrooms. What we're going to do next is take our main ladder here, and I'm thinking we're going to shift it just over to the left here, so our ladder is going to run about here. And we'll extend out the right side here for important rooms and such. And down here is going to be our main exit to our base. So we're going to cap off the bottom and make this our new exit, where we're going to have Atmos suits, or what is it, oxygen masks for the time being, to enter and exit the base. Alright, so with that, that's going to be the end of this episode. I appreciate you all watching, and I really hope that I see you guys in future videos. And I hope you all have a nice day. Alright, bye-bye.